Reporting for duty. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another day we're allowed to live. Welcome. I was trying not to scare everybody. Trying to do my best. Welcome. Welcome. Thanks for joining me on a nice Saturday. Looking forward to a lot of fun stuff bouncing around the air and just some, ideas bouncing around in my head. You know how the usual is. Welcome. Like the stream, please. You know how it is. It's our credo. You know by now. Please like the stream, or no one even knows it even happened. It's how it is. It's just how it is. Did the Portland, Maine, and the Connecticut show, I forget what it's called, went very, very well. Talk more about that on the Palace, I guess. Eric's usually good at dredging some stuff up every time there's stand-up news. It was really great, especially wasn't last night, was it? I don't even know. Days go by, you don't even know what's happening. Very good. Things are getting good. And it's going right. Welcome. The news is fun, isn't it? The news is fun, and hope everyone's doing well over there. Welcome. Just welcome back. Oh, Berserk, there's PGL podcasts out. There've been a few dropped pretty recently. I've been on there a few times. A few classic times. So you like the flickering? Hey, yeah, it's nice to go on there. It's really nice. Puff Dad. I don't even want to talk about his bottom right now. Not doing it. I'd rather draw a picture. I'd rather draw a sigil. I'm wondering if we should start out on the news, or I should go through a few things that I've just been thinking about. But they're a bit heavy. Maybe we should stay fun. Not heavy, but I don't know. I've been putting bookmarks in. Remind me. Rudimentary stuff. Trying to stay organized. A poll, bleach, yo! Thank God someone's thinking. That'd be a good idea. I never think of it. Usually takes me like 9 years to think of something on the regular. Maybe 10,000 hours. Maybe it's just 10,000 hours of it. Poll Daddy. Can I just press P? Shift P? What's the button for it? Why wouldn't that start a poll? There it is. Nice. That's how computers should be, by the way. Don't even give me anything otherwise. What's the point of even having them? They can't do anything well. Well, anyway, lots of good news, lots of good ideas. So I'm happy about that. Lots of good stuff. Stand-up's been doing really, really well. Really happy. It takes a lot. I mean, it takes many shows before you can start to feel more tangible improvement. It would surprise you. Don't be surprised, though. Saw some legends on the road. Absolute was there. Hey, we hit 500,000. Hey, thanks for the viewership, everybody. I wish we could make balloons. Make balloons go. God help me if it doesn't do it. So, that's nice. And there's a few more legends. It was crazy. Nice, like vacation shows almost. Without a long grind. Days off, it's nice, interesting. Fun. Takes many shows before you see improvements that you'd like to start seeing. I don't know if it's hours or shows. Who knows? We'll laugh about it tomorrow. Welcome. Again. Nice, Mark. You made it to Portland. Nice, man. Yeah, it's always crazy with the pictures and everything. Full moon. Oh, my. Man, full moons are always like twisted kings, waking you up out of bed every minute. What do you think of that? Just getting warmed up, trying to see where we got to go, because we got to go somewhere now. Go crazy. Puff? Remember Puff? I'm always happy to see Puff Daddy back in the news because there's a nice little joke that I enjoy of his that keeps it fresh as Jordans. Okay? Fresh as damn Jordans. Yo, Michael Perevchikov. Thanks for the 10 bones, pal. They're bringing out the stars. Last couple of videos have been real nice. Keep it up. Twitch level. Hey, thanks so much for that, pal. Really appreciate it. And I can't wait to see Jack Black in the Minecraft movie. Aquaman's in it. And there are some other well-qualified entertainers co-starring. And I'm really excited about that. Thanks for coming. Thanks for enjoying. Now, look. I thought everybody knew this by now. It all seems like news. When I go on Twitter, you guys know how it is if you've been here for a while. You go on Twitter, you see something, you're like, oh, people are finally talking about that stuff. Anyway, it's always a sort of a sick delight. I don't know the word for that. Maybe it's in Greek. Could be stripped from us. I do have a sick delight in seeing some I don't know. Maybe that's another operation. The coming to fruition of a conspiracy. Years down the road, maybe that's another word in Greek. I thought everybody knew by now that people like Hugh Hefner, people that have big mansions that party with lots of people, I thought everyone knew by now that the only reason why that would be is so cameras go in every room and it becomes a house of blackmail. There's no other practical reason to be what you think people... I just live for people partying and getting laid. I live for it. Yeah, maybe people in movies live for that. People don't do that. It doesn't exist. The celebrities, well, you see, these guys just have so much money and they don't hang out with their gas station worker friends anymore because they're so big. They get into some weird stuff. Yeah, yep. I guess they do, but there's always a camera running. Oddly enough. I think that's just part of the contract, really. I think that's required. Required entry, okay, into the industry, we all know by now, is like when you're joining a sort of, remember the Skull and Bones dudes? Remember Geronimo and all that stuff? I don't pretend to understand it. It's all like guys beating off. They're in coffins, telling all their brothers they're getting initiated. They're telling everyone all of their blackmail, like all of the atrocities they committed. Everyone's beaten off. Do a little bit of a ritual. You see, these are the kind of deceptions that even the rulers are taken in by. I would put that forth. That's all. I guess it's just how weird white guys are when they hang out, right? Or whatever they are. I don't know. Purple guys. Oh, the green and purple guys. So, these things are required of you in order that you become a celebrity. Do you want to be a star? I have a serious question for everybody here. Do you want to be a star? Anyone here want to be a star? Well, it's not news anymore that there are operations required in these circles. Required to keep people in line. Allegedly, I have no idea. I wasn't there. They could all be AI for all I know. And it's all just extra bunko. No idea. I don't take anything for granted. Regular operations, brownstoning. That's what you call it. That's like the Epstein stuff, all the flight logs and all. It's a collection agency. It's a collection agency. They're the same operations, allegedly. No idea. I'm just happy it's Puff Daddy because he's always been a sort of a classic man, hasn't he? I don't recall anything he's done other than Biggie Smalls gravestone theme, and also that when he was a an event organizer, there were people killed during one of his events that he organized early on, or people trampled during something. There was something that happened, or a gunfight. I remember there was something that happened many years ago when he was an event organizer. Those are just kind of interesting little. Those are just happy little mistakes that happen in the career of a mogul. Moogle. So I think that's kind of it's multiple trampling. So you guys know I don't forget these things. I just don't. I don't forget things like this. When people die at an event and then the event organizer becomes a superstar, it's just a weird thing. It's kind of like one of them movies. You name any of them, people know now. But it's interesting that these things are being spoken about and not being shouted down as I don't know whatever they used to be shouted down as in the past. Don't even remember anymore. It's not my job to remember. Computer display remembrance of how the reception conspiracies used to get. Computer engage. So I like seeing his face looks weird. His face looks very different. Puff, he was very famous for always having his mouth open. He's famous for having nice lips. And I mean, collecting blackmail on people. And he used to roll with Mace. And now when Mace left and he became sort of born again, if my memory serves me, I mean, that makes complete sense to me. All the queer stuff that he was made to do, that he said, you know what? You effing you know what's. You can stick it up your you know what and you know what yourself. And you know what and you know what. And they said, you'll never work in this town again, Mr. Mace. I have no idea. It's going to be closer to that than what you think happened. I'm always impressed by those moves when people say, I think I'm done. I think I'm out of here. There have been a few. Uh, Rick Moranis did it. The guy, the Josh Hartnett, right? And the boy that was in Dick Tracy and Hook and a few other things. He was probably tired of being molested, is my honest guess. He's like, I'm tired of letting guys use my holes. I'm like, fuck, 7. I was like, please. I had enough of it by 7. I have no idea. Maybe acting or being a Hollywood actor, maybe it's just so fun. Either you die from drug overdoses or whatever, you just have that much fun, or it's so fun you'd rather die than do it. What's the word for that in Greek? The Greeks had it right. Oh, yeah, I had a good conversation about Greek in my head. Let me see if I wrote that down. I just want to make sure. Really enjoyed that one. Oh man, yeah, I guess really should think about that. That's a really good one. Popped into my head. I had to put it down. Took all I had. Took all the vitality I had to put it down. No, I'm happy about that one. That's a really good one. Oh, yeah, it would being so fun. Does anyone here want to be a star? You know, anyone here? Maybe we'll do like a lottery. Anyone want to become a star? Follow, follow me. Follow me. I'll introduce you to some friends. And we're going to go to Puff Dad's party. This is a few years back. I say, wow, we're going to have a lot of fun in Puff Dad's party. See the queerest things that you'd rather die than do, we're going to do it. I said, Puff, fix my eyes, Puff. You got to go in one of these rooms and do weird ass things. Say, Puff, why? Why, Puff? Boom, 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 whatever. The police come in, they start playing. This one's for Notorious. Sting's out there dedicating his songs to Notorious. I'm just saying. You want to go have a part? Look, you can become a star. You could become a star. Doesn't that sound fun? Puff Dad. And then you got 50 Cent. 50 Cent, the comedian, for a long time now. 50 Cent has had some. I think he's a legitimate maniac. He's out there buying tapes of, I don't know, whatever. These are alleged things. This could all be just bunko to make you insane or just distract you from anything else in the world. How much money or energy or time is being stolen from you. The number of neighbors and guests being admitted into people's lives and in their towns and such. There are many, many things that I guess everything is a distraction. What else do you want me to say? Where else do I go with that? It's good. Bleach. He talked about Puff Daddy years ago and people thought it was a joke. I remember there was a video I had. I just never saved it. I just saved the thumbnails of it. But I could never bring myself to listen to it because I had figured I could make up everything they're about to say. Let me put it that way, okay? It's something to the effect of I drank semen for girls' money and cars. Something good as raw. Something raw as a chainsaw. Again, it's something that I could see coming from a million miles away. So I didn't even bother watching it. It must have been something, and it was Nas saying it. It must have been something to the effect of Nas talking about Diddy or something like that, probably. But it was really, I was like, wow, that sounds glamorous. My goodness, does that sound glamorous? Now that's flash. That's glamour. Drinking Nutty Load for record deals and girls, cars, and fame or whatever. Houses. So good. Well, we could talk about that stuff forever. I don't want to go nowhere. We'll be talking about Ludacris or something like that. I don't want to talk too much about that. Talk about ballerinas. But it is something that, again, I guess it just segues into another sort of pop deal. You know, we've been laughing about rap for many years now. I guess it's a new idea that people are considering, that rap was. I just don't want to be using the same terminology as everybody. That rap was a spiritual and economic strategy to confound and hinder the flourishing of blacks. It's a new idea people are talking about now. All of a sudden, which is crazy. Let's not leave everyone out. Look at country now. Look at country then. Look at rock and roll. What is rock and roll a euphemism for? Sex. It's always been like this for everybody, not just the blacks. It's like this for all music, forever. Emo, anything at all. Anything at all. Classical, sure. Why wouldn't classical if you got the magic flute and the Mason initiation baked into the Mozart, why wouldn't all of the music be an ode to the Brotherhood or ode to extraterrestrial powers or principalities? Why wouldn't the music consist of patterns and geometry that is invisible to the layman, like something like Tool? What Danny Carey puts down isn't, it's not just his artistic sensibilities. And the same thing would apply. Same thing would apply to classical among these polymaths from the days of yore that allegedly existed and allegedly did things. Now, I'm not trying to be a contrarian. I just always like to stay grounded when we're talking about anything. Why wouldn't it have always been like this? That's nice. Danny Carey even talks about doing rituals over his kit before shows. That's beautiful. And look, I don't pretend to know anything about anything, but I'll tell you, some of the Tool lyrics are rather, rather spicy. Some of the Tool music is a bit spicy, and I would just always be assumed there to be a risk of some sort of intrusion when you have magicians on the other end composing with time and math and chanting and tones and music. It's always safe to assume you could be susceptible to some sort of unseen intrusion during those breaks. Look at country, how it's always been. Look at how it is now. Don't worry, everyone gets wrecked. It's not just the rap in the ghetto. It's not just that. Everyone gets it. You listen to music, you get it. It's interesting. But people understand. Now finally. And I like how you get the revelations of it. This is the best part about the revelations of psyoping rap. Okay, I guess we can be succinct. The revelations come from like Ice Cube. It comes from people that have been in and out a complete career arc, like they're like a complete one. I don't know if he was a dancer or anyone like that before NWA and all that. I have no idea. Because Dr. Dre, it's just like, Trent Reznor. You remember these guys were doing art school music or art school whatever before they must have been in one of them special schools. You know what I mean? That they all come out of, like the Rice-A-Roni girl, Dave Chappelle, DeChappelle Roni. They all come out of these special little factories. That's probably something out of Clockwork Orange or The Parallax View. You guys get it. Horrible, beyond your imagination. But they're not. Let me just put it this way: they don't seem to be. They don't seem to be eligible for membership into the elect. Let me put it that way. They all come from these fun little schools, and now everyone, people are talking about how that these people are made to drag you down. I would say. Grandmaster Flash and all those guys. There's a lot of rap that was big in the 70s that had a message of climbing out of the ghetto and making a man of yourself. It's a positive reinforcement, I guess. Those things they weren't exactly favored. And then it went into the gangsterism that we all enjoy now. And it's to fantastic heights it's achieved these days. Raw murders. It's crazy. We all knew these days would come. Everyone knows it by now, so whatever. Anything else to add about that stuff? Eh, I'll say it once more, though. You put 311 in the ghetto, and the ghetto would change. crazy. It's crazy everything that's been done. Well, it's too much to even get into. Too much to go for. But Puff Daddy, I'm sure he's enriched the lives of many blacks and whites alike. He was into enriching lives, and I don't know what else he was doing. Weird stuff. He was a grand master archivist. That's what I think the deal is. What's this? Courtesy, thanks for the 20 bones, pal. Colchester. Woo! That was so fun. Colchester show was electric. Very classy affair. So Connecticut. Dirt road, vineyards. I thought it said tainted, tented. Christmas lights, wine, good times had by all. Much mirth. Thanks for coming. Yo, thanks. It was so much fun. That was the most fun show I've ever had. And there have been some decent ones as of late. It takes a long time before shows are like really good. Before you can discern that they are. Thanks for that, pal. It was so much fun. Wow, Andal. Thanks for the $20, man. Yo. Audio. Thanks for the $20. Remember when Puffy sang to Godzilla via Ferris Bueller? Talk about riding the snake. I can only imagine what that is. Probably Meek. He's probably clapping. I don't. Yeah, that's crazy. Yo, Zach, thanks for the 10 bones, pal. Chuck, it was great seeing you in Portland. Your Stephen Hawking bit had me crying. That's a classic, isn't it? I was the dude who thanked you for the schizophrenia, but for real, thank you for the insights over the years. Hey, thanks, Zach. Yeah, that was classic. Yeah, people don't get it. I was probably rambling about it quick. I usually try to take the opportunity to say that schizophrenia doesn't exist, and it's probably a coagulation of heavy metals or some such other demonic invasion, perhaps, in the brain. Maybe it's sawn as charcoal and niacin. Niacin, who was it? Was it not Linus Pauling using niacin to treat schizophrenia? Whatever it is, you apply the law of opposites. Do we have that codified by yet? Do we? What's this? Ben Austin? Yo! Thanks for the 24 bones. Quid. How is it back over the pond? Is it still... Oi? Yo, I am posting with my real name. Rarely catch you live due to time zones. Keep dropping them truth bombs. Hey, thanks so much for that, Ben. Really appreciate it. That's twisted. Yo, horse! Thanks a lot, Ben. Baboon 2.0. BGN. Thanks to the 20 of those. Hey, Charles, you mentioned Orthodox Christianity in a previous stream. Have you ever had the chance to visit an Orthodox church? If not, I really recommend it, even for people who are not religious. Sending mirth from Bulgaria. Nicely done. Thanks so much for that, pal. No, I haven't attended them, but I've watched many of them and listened to many of them, just trying to get a feel for them. And I read about them doing some of that. And yeah, it's classic. No, I haven't been to one. Yeah, it looked like a madhouse. It's really it made me lose my mind a little bit when I first saw one on YouTube. I was like, oh my! I was in a state, of course, but I was very receptive to major internal machine tuning. Okay, I was giving myself the Queen of Diamonds. Remember the self-triggering hero? Whoop. I don't recall what his name is, though. You guys know what I'm saying? Remember Special Deck? Oh, you guys can't see it. Let me see if I can see it. Queen of Diamonds. Remember we watched that on Twitch? Woo! Those are the days. Those were twisted days. So I was in a sort of a state like that. So when I saw it, it was really crazy. It was crazed. But I just appreciate those things. There's some things that I don't know, that are kind of twisted, but can't worry about it too much. Nobel Pursuits. Thanks for the 20 bones, pal. Hey, Chazza. I've been getting into Christianity, it's shocking how much of the media is Satanism, either outright or subtly. Mostly, it's self-centered whining and the destruction of Christendom and the souls of the pure. Yeah, well, that's always been the operation, the soul collection, the wager, and the war over souls. Isn't that the one? It's the oldest one in the books. Are the books old? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy when you see these things. We've all been seeing these things for years, all of us together here, ever since the Twitch days, ever since even before then. We've all been enjoying those revelations for a long time. Just so crazy to see everything coming out. It's not a good sign. I'm saying it's not a good sign, but I don't mean that in a bad way. So it's a good sign. It's a good sign. Horse, it's 50K. Isn't that crazy? Time for the horse. Time for chocolate. I'm trying this chocolate that's sweetened with honey. Taste it right now. The press is the engine whereby the people are deceived. You think C.S. Lewis was joking? You think he was cracking wise? Mm-mm. He wasn't. It's the truth. People don't like that a lot of the times. Most, if not all, the wars going around the world and all the locations, they are mainly to displace and eradicate Christians. I'll say it. So you're not wrong in what you're saying. You can always, when you get down to the root of it and you take the mask off, it's always the displacement or annihilation of Christians. Always. Always. Just how it works. That's how it be in this world. It gives it credence. It gives it a sort of a credence. When something is attacked and denied so heavily and so vehemently, what it does is that it gives it credence. But this is honeymoon? Honeymoon. Just trying it out. I wanted the chocolate covered honeycomb. I wanted to see if it was going to be like a magical food before shows. If you're doing 2 or 3 shows in a night, the time between is a lot. And if you eat pizza, you might go to sleep. I'm like, oh man, this seems like the perfect food to do during show nights. Doesn't it? Mm. Again, I'll say it gives it credence. Mmm. Okay. Retro Blue. Thanks for the 28 bones, pal. Drill music, like Chief Keef, brought it to another level. They would threaten their ops, call their names out personally, and dox them. It's murder music. Yeah. It seems like a negative influence. A lot of it seems like a pretty negative influence. Please like the stream. There's a sort of a negativity associated with that kind of music, in my opinion. I think collectively and over the years, it could have a serious bit of damage. Has it? At least now all those guys are wearing dresses and shit now. At least there's that. Gangster. The average bum is going to copy what they see. You get it? Sweetened with honey. Let me see what else is it. Honey, cacao butter, organic non-fat dairy, and Organic strawberry. This is a strawberry one. Just trying to find the perfect foods for during shows. Yeah. Who wants to be a rapper? Wearing a dress? Fucking Puff Daddy? We just fucking you? Well, don't mean to get too vulgar. Okay. Wow, Andel. Thanks for the 20 bones. Hey, Chuck. I was at Portland and Colchester. You signed the Polaroids for me and my friends. I said, Einstein is going to love this. You looked me dead in the eye and said, he's in hell. You do the best deadpan. Hey, thanks for that, pal. That was a good drum break. Audio. Thanks for another 5 bones, pal. Power and the Glory by Graham Greene, huh? Oh, it's a movie. Olivier, George C. Scott. Oh, man. A TV production? Damn, that sounds good. Do you have a link for that? I bet it's on YouTube. That sounds good. That sounds good as hell. Damn. Retro, Blue, thanks for the 14. Hey, Charles, can you talk about the conspiracy theory that the world's population isn't as big as they say? Like there's actually 8 million people in the world? Isn't that good? It's like everything is around. It's interesting. You can talk about these things without looking like a weirdo, without worrying about it. Horsey, what was the Gambit quote in the BGL? Old X-Men commercial had that quote drilled in your head. Is it don't get much better than this? What else could it have been? There it is. Yeah, whatever. Eric's brother Nick was saying that when we first started talking about X-Men. He was repeating that a bunch. We were all laughing so hard. We should watch that show. Conspiracy. Oh, yeah, you guys get it. You really think there's 80 billion people in the world? You really believe that? If it's something to be used, okay, look. If whatever's in the news cycle or whatever's in the ballot box or the law thingies, if it's against you, then you can be sure it's fake. Overpopulation. Population's too big. Don't have any more kids. Take in some of your neighbors from rough neighborhoods. If it's used against you, then you know it's fake. What law is that? Another Carroll's law. What is it? 3 or 4? Carroll's law, 3 or 4. If it's used against you vehemently in the news and in your programming years in school, means it's fake. You keep the water running if you're brushing your teeth and you'll drain the ocean and kill the fishies. You better recycle or the world's going to be filled with trash or something. The world's going to end. There's not going to be enough landfills for the trash, or we'll never, that. Or more recently, or even for many years, the sun's going to blow up, or we're going to run out of oil, we're going to run out of gas. Remember that? Remember we're going to run out of oil, run out of gas? Weird, never happened, huh? It's weird. Hole in the ozone. Remember we were all going to get fried? Didn't happen. They're still spraying stuff in the air, though. Overpopulation. You shouldn't have kids. Well, at least if you're white. You shouldn't have kids. It's selfish, actually. Here's why it's a good thing that you don't. Here's why it's selfish and satanic that you do. Anything at all. The planet's going to heat up. We're all going to get fried. So we're going to remedy that with extra taxes and hidden fees. No one remembers when their cell phone bill went up 30 something dollars? Or whatever it is, 20? An extra 20 something 10 years ago? Remember the global warming attachment to some bill? that allowed them to siphon into all cell phones. Remember that? There's that. Yeah, there's that. And that didn't work enough, and then there's climate change. Oh, it's going to change, and if we don't start paying more taxes, and if we don't stop all just relinquishing our property and all ownership, and if we don't stop welcoming neighbors from the nicest parts of town into your own bedroom, then the climate's going to change so much you're going to die and you're going to go to hell. If it's used against you and it's a big totem like that, that means it's fake. That's my law. Charles' law, number 4. Any other ones? There's probably how many of them? 1 million of them. Everything in the news. Every single talking point in the news you could subject to that boot. Please like the stream? Like the stream, or Armageddon starts now. It's all the same. And what? Oh yeah, there's 8 billion people in the world. First of all of the United States is farmland. All of almost everywhere is farmland, except if you're living in a rat hole or if you live in a glassed slag pit that everyone pretends ancient Bible stuff happened there. Everyone plays a game of pretend like it all happened there, where they say it did. Yeah, yep, sure. That's about as true as the dinosaurs. Okay? Fossil fuels were going to run out. The dinosaurs. Unbelievable. Absolute. Yo. What's up? Where you at? Culpeper? So I'm saying, it's just to scare. I mean, everything is to scare you, but you can manufacture anything. You can destroy. Well, I don't want to talk about that stuff. You can create anything you want if you control the infrastructure. You can create any illusion that there is. And also, don't forget. Now, I don't know who can possibly. I don't know what this even means. I'm not a scholar. Isn't it that the Hebrews or maybe the Israelites? I don't know when they started resisting it or when it was a law against it. Isn't doing a censor on them illegal? Doing a head count on them illegal? So that alone rings some bells in my mind. Like, whoa, what does that mean? What's military significance lies behind the innocuous counting of heads? Okay? They pump it into your head when you're young. The practical application of witchcraft. I'll say it again if I have to. Whether it's you're seeing the African kids with the swollen bellies covered in flies, and you got a Hollywood actor saying, with just a cent a day, you could feed these babies. You could feed these children for a year. Non-stop. You're seeing it non-stop. And you're looking at it, and it's like watching hell. That's torment. It's okay, anyway. That's how it works. That's how it works with everything. So apply that law to it. I like that question, though. I really like that question. There's 8 billion people in the world. Yo, show me a picture. There's always something. No matter what, you ask for something. Yo, show me a live stream of getting into space. You always get just absolute garbage. That's how you know, once again, everything is fake. Please like the stream. Please get me that. No one even sees it unless there's 1,000 likes. Please help a brother out. There's 1 billion people in the world. you can be sure, no matter what, it's going to be your fault and your problem. Well, you see, if you didn't colonize this place, they wouldn't be filling it with trash and feces. 100 years ago, it's because you came in here and deposed the whatever the hell, and then it became a teeming sewer, a baby farm of invasion. It's weird. It was almost like that was the plan. Every day we get closer and closer to being Attack of the Clones. It's only a matter of time till this whole damn planet is a clone farm. Maybe it was. Maybe it is. Countries are allowed to go to pot. Why wouldn't they be? Why wouldn't that be used? Do you remember Darth Marenghi? He had whole planets out there he was making Jango Fett clones. You don't think that's a real technology? Hey, in science fiction, it's planets. In our world, it's countries. Is it Clone Wars? Is that the one where it's revealed? I just haven't seen them since maybe the theaters. You guys get why science fiction is made. You guys get predictive programming by now, don't you? Things are revelated in steps in order to soften the shock, to mitigate any risk of retribution at the revelation of abomination. You get it? In a nutshell, or one aspect of it. If things happen too fast, the populace would get the pitchforks and the torches out and there'd be no survivors. But if you do it slowly and you do it right, then you can make anything fly. Look at it now. Look at these days. Anyway, I don't mean to get too dark. I don't want to get too dark. Okay, we're caught up. Good. Oh, was it no? What was the poll? What happened to the poll? Hi, Clemenza. Wait. Username. Thanks to the Sawbuck, pal. You demand thanks. Clemenza, you put the sausage in the sauce in Godfather? And you were the guy that hid the gun, too, from when De Niro was young? Thanks for the $10. Bless you, Chuck. Much needed mirth. Nimrod's system wasn't built for this. God almighty. Hey, thanks for that. Nimrod, man. Woo! Scary. Scary people. Scary giants. Greg P., thanks for the membership. Just bought a decent camera. I'll start seeing life through my own lens. There it is. I'll tell you. You guys know how to get into the industry. Ask Puff Daddy. Now, what else with him? Puff Daddy and Sons. Does he have like a plumbing company now? Please like the stream. Don't be lazy. Arrested and taken into federal custody in New York. I mean, do we even really need to know? Barbaratus, what's up? Thanks for the 15 bones. Welcome to my slaughterhouse. That shit was good as heck, man. That's good as heck. Space Ghost, yo! Hold on, we'll get to the litany. Just give me one more. Space Ghost, thanks for the 15 bucks. He's doing the tip link. Charles, do you think the Nile River is actually the Mississippi River? I know they have that Bass Pro Shops pyramid in Memphis, Tennessee, which is named after Memphis in Egypt. It's as likely as not. And because it's more fun and there's mirth in it, then what you just said is true. The Nile is the Mississippi River, and the Memphis in Mississippi is the true Egyptian Memphis. We are in Egypt. First of all, because it's truer, no matter what. It's truer than the history that's piped into us, and it's mirth in it. Therefore, it's true. You get it. Judah. That's the best one. More on Puff. Let's see what it says. I'm curious about this. Let me get the Brave out. Bingo! Sheet Beach. Let me check this out. That's Diddy. Look at this. Let's get into this. I don't want to miss a thing. Yo, are they playing basketball? Oh, trafficking. Beep, beep, beep. Get in. It's a phrase that means absolutely nothing. It means nothing. How could any average mind conceptualize human traffic? It means nothing. The phrase is a joke. Puff Diddy. His clone or actor was arrested Monday, September 16th, and charged with what the Justice Department called a years-long scheme to sexually abuse and exploit women. Oh, really? I got news for you. It's young boys that get abused on a mass scale, not women. I got news for you, chump. Hey, Mr. Chump, I got news for you. It's the boys that get abused, not the women. I got news for you. That means you're gay. Violent crimes, this and that, was arrested. His Combs's actor or clone was arrested by federal agents at a New York City hotel on an indictment charging him blah, 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 racketeering. He's playing racquetball, or he's either the rocketeer. He was racketeering. Whoa, Puff, you got caught racketeering? Wow. Oh, you got caught sex trafficking. Get in. Beep, beep. Transportation for purposes of prostitution. Well, dude, sacred prostitution. It's never going away. That's all it is. Famous for his music career. Yeah, remember when he was doing the music? When he started doing music? Blah, blah, blah. He was an indictment on this and that. He had his mouth open when the picture was taken. Indictment unsealed. Cassie. Yeah. Tight. Oh, in the suit, Cassie alleged that Combs rapped her, beat her in fits of uncontrollable rage, and exerted a tight hold over her life. Wow. She alleged that he would force her to engage in sex acts he called freak-offs with other men, often sex workers whom he'd pay to travel with them while he watched. Like, these are all normal. This is like it's like run-of-the-mill sex kitten stuff. Like, this is normal. This is run-of-the-mill sex slavery. This is straight up par for the course. Everyone's acting so surprised. Are you kidding me? This is average. Are you kidding me? I didn't know they let them go out and start filing lawsuits. Usually when people did this back in, you remember Brank in the Franklin days, remember some of the kids that had, they were proven to have false memory syndrome, and then they went to jail for the accusations of being trafficked, beep, 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 and abused. They got the lawyers out. They got false memory syndrome. That's what they called it. That's what they trumped it up, and they sent the accusers to jail. I think that's interesting. That's usually what happens. This is very interesting to see this stuff, but it's all washed over, exerting a tight hold over her life. Like, these people are slaves in ways that it's unbeknownst to the average person that is unaware of true depravity and abomination. Most people are not aware of what real slavery or what real sex slavery, what it entails. Most people are not aware of that stuff. But this is a little bit of a 101 right here that's nice and washed. That's not too abominable. You know what I mean? Usually that stuff makes you sick. It will. I'm sure it's just going to keep getting progressively more illuminated. He must have lost her triggers or something like that. Must have lost control of her programming. She's filing a lawsuit on him. Must have forgot all the magic words. Wherever. You guys know what I'm saying, right? Remember some of the magic words? Was it Shaq used to lose his mind sometimes, start babbling? And you say certain words. What's the other guy? Bald guy, black guy, football? Someone said like the power of Christ and he went completely nowhere. Puff Daddy should have kept better track of his code words to keep this broad in line. I'm not trying to be weird. Just making a joke. Because these people's lives are controlled in ways that are shocking. They don't usually get to tell their stories. Finishing the rest of this. Let's taste. Who's the guy? We should watch him. Who's the guy that went nuts? What's he name? Barkley's another one. Have some freakouts. Can't even talk. Al Roker, right? I can't believe that worked. Al Roker frozen on today's show. That's the first. That's the first result. That's so funny. Take a look. I'll show you how this stuff works. Okay. You want a crash course? Let's have it.
Matt Lauer and Al Roker. Will someone do the junior high hug?
See, Puff Daddy doesn't know the name. Look.
You gotta make it real awkward.
That's exactly how
you have to have a certain amount of distance between the bodies in junior high.
Yes, like they say in Catholic school, leave room for the Holy Ghost. Anyway, there is a lot of memories today, actually. It's a big day in music history.
35 years ago today, Elvis Presley.
You see, P. Diddy didn't leave room for the Holy Ghost when he had that woman living under his roof.
Marcone says in his great song, Walking in Memphis, there's a pretty little thing waiting for the king down in the jungle.
Why did she spring that on him? Holy Ghost, man. No, I thought this guy was dead. Randomly walks out onto today's stage and interrupts segment about donuts. I don't know what to say. Well, anyway, that's a good one. I like these. Whoa, yo! Enough of that. Where are we at? Puff Diddy? Pause it. Look. Okay, we've explored Puff Daddy and we've explored him all the way. We know him inside and out. Now you know how they get into the industry. Now you know these things are controlled. Please like the stream. Where are we at here? Okay, this looks good. Yo, let's get into this. Let's see what Lunchables is. What's happening with Lunchables now? Whoa. Okay, let's check out a little bit of this. Guess I'm gonna have to maybe do a little bit of move job. Give it a little bit of move job. Here, that's better. Looks like there's a new sort of lunch coming out between our friends at, I don't know, they were running a cross-dressing academy last time we checked up on the Mr. Beast crew. Remember? You kind of find yourself and you're brave like that. I don't know what the crew is called, but that's good enough for me. And we got Lunchables. Finally, there's some competition head to head with Lunchables, Oscar Mayer. And now it's Lunchly, the Lunchbox boys. Okay? Lunchbox munchers. Okay, look, we got just numbers and nothing. Electrolytes, that's a good one. Prime flavor. Now, what's Does this have some sort of petroleum derivative in it that we're not all aware of immediately right now? Wasn't there some controversy when it came to the prime stuff? It was extra sickening. I just do not recall the details. I am unable to recall any details anymore for the rest of my life, really. No more details. So it looks like they're going up against Oscar Mayer. I thought it was Oscar Mayer. Which one is it? I'm glad these have electrolytes. What's it got? Gatorade powder in the meat? Oh, man, the Jimmy Dean used to make a good one. Forever chemicals and lead. That's great. That's nice. It's the electrolytes that really get people. See, this is witchcraft right here. The numbers, this meaningless. I'll just say that too. I can't define it further. Feed me. Let's do it. Let's go. Okay, well, that looks good. Let's see the ingredient list so we can have a fair assessment. Let's see what's up with this. What's happening? Oh, I gotta follow Logan. Oh, nice. It's confused for a second. She did a thing on it? Good. I can't be looking at that. We can all guess what this is all about. This is how you reduce the lifespan and you erode the organs of children. This is how you do it. You ever wonder how you do that without harsher weapons or guns? You do it like this. But you do it scaled and you do it over generations. It's an incredible operation. I like this though. Sugar. Okay, any good ones in here? Anti-caking blend. Yeah, well, I don't even want to read the stuff that's in there. It's going to make us ill. Let's read the stuff that's in here. Now, is it true that you cannot sell baby formula in the United States if it doesn't have a seed oil in it? Is that the truth? I might have to be drinking some cream and chocolate milk in 1 second. I hope no one's offended by that. Just had a steak today and it's so nice. It's just nice. Heavy cream. Yeah, no, I don't do the heavy cream anymore. I just do the light cream. Okay, Lunchables. Yeah, this is nice. It's nice that you have celebrities that have yeah, they have amplified or enhanced proximity to children. Let me put it that way. They are influential within the the young youth, and this is their job to erode the health and to also compete with Oscar. It's interesting, all these things. When is one of the Paul guys gonna have heels and the makeup and the eyeshadow on? Remember the last guy? Tyson? Exuded a sexuality that was inviting, promising of explosions. He'll meet your eyes with the plot. Damn! He'll meet your eyes with the promise of explosions, okay? Yeah. Please like the stream. Please. Lunchables, what a nightmare. If I could go back in time and wrap myself and say, don't eat those Lunchables, I think I would have. Oleo resin. Oh, rosemary. Oleo resin. Oleo. What is that? Canola oil? What is that? Anyway, I don't want to get mired in the scientifics of the stuff. Let me see. Yeah, it's amazing. You combine the gambling. Well, I guess you would consider that gambling, the strategy that Mr. Mr. Shiach uses to entice his young audience. It's very intriguing that this hardcore strategies. I mean, you could say this is just marketing, but then you'd have to apply a law to it before you just call it marketing. Because if you know, here's another law, law number 5. If it's labeled as marketing or branding or business, then you know it's a strategy to either steal life, time, or money away from you. That's all. Oleo, deep fried Oreos. Fried in ream seed. Can someone write these laws down? I'm not going to remember. Okay, I like that one. I like these. Where's my mouse? Where's my mouse? Who doesn't hate Nintendo? Anybody? I think I've been the man most famous for hating Nintendo. Leo, who hates Nintendo the most in the world? Pokemon. Palmon. Pokeball patent. First of all, is this real, this patent? This looks like one of Einstein's patents. Remember when he was studying at a patent office? Monster catching mechanic? Isn't this owned by the Ghostbusters? Ghostbusters. Pulling the patent troll on it. I don't believe it. I hate Nintendo more than anything, but Switch is good, even though there's loading times. It's more bad than good, but still it is nice. They should have just gotten into cell phones. Maybe they still will. Why can't we just have a Nintendo cell phone? So at least we could just play Zelda on a cell phone. Loading times, it's for the birds. And the damage they've done to the archive community. They should make a movie about it. They should make a movie about what should have happened after they started getting all the ROM sites down. We could make a fan fiction movie of it. It'll be called Mass Grave. The Nintendo story. I'm just kidding. I can't even handle looking at this bug stuff. Catching lizards and bugs and in spheres and stuff. I don't even want to hear about that, honestly. I'd rather ask Leo something. Let's just go to explore. Get our insides explored. What's this Rich Lowry? Bleach, you were saying this guy had his beehole bleached? But you said there was some nasty language in this, perhaps? Let's open up another tab. Be careful. Let's see. Let's see. I think it was... Whoa, ho, ho. Now, should we do this? Now, are we going to have to do this carefully with condoms on? Does he do condoms? Condomless only? Only 2 calls. I have to be careful. Who's that? Nicole Brown Simpson? Is she still around? Legendary Nicole Brown. Whoa!
He's clearly don't.
Legendary Nicole Brown. Friggin' legendary for years and years and years. Ever since she was competing with Bill O'Reilly. What do I do with this? Does he say any bad words that are literally the best words? Does he say a litany of the best words ever put down in letters? I can't hear him. Why don't people protect their geese? What's with her goofy face right now? Look. Is that her goofy way? She's being goofy. Did you see that? Or what would you call that? It's been so many years. I don't even remember anymore. She's probably 80. There's nothing wrong with that. I'll be there in the decade. Dickhead decade. Anyway, let's just close that window. Let's see. We look out the window and what is there? Another war on Christians? Oh. Oh, Grok can make this. Dude, we don't want to be seeing this. Okay, we don't want to be seeing that exactly. Well, oh, we haven't heard bunker busters in many years since the beginning of the war on terror. Remember the Bush days? Type of bomb designed to penetrate hard, fast, friction maxed. Those are mountain destroyers. Let's get those mountains opened up. Okay, well anyway, anyone talking about what is this? What's the population of Christians, at least in the recent past or ancient past? I actually don't know. I refuse to know any statistics, any facts. I refuse to know. Starlight, say it again. Candace Owens is Charles' #1 fan. Excuse me, mucus. And that's the truth. And I'm her #1 fan. It's like we have a telepathic link over the years, feeding her mind with insane conspiracies, laughable conspiracies. Take your pills, take your meds, conspiracies. And I said to her, take these ideas, make millions with them. So Lebanon hit with another war on Christianity. What's going on over there? Are there bomb makers over there that are they the guys that made the wheels to the wheelchairs with the parachutes that flew in on that music festival? Is that what these guys are guilty of? They're hiding in Syria? Sick. It's classic when you see stuff like this. I never thought I'd be seeing this stuff. Really. I never thought I'd be seeing. Of course, I always knew. But you kind of don't. You don't always assume. I don't mean to be looking at death right now. I don't know why it's on autoplay. Whoa. What's wrong with the camera? Move it up. What did I do? Want me to get it out of here? Make it smooth? Mouth in the grass. What? Oh. What's wrong with that? How's this? This better? Mouth in the grass. Wow, man. Okay. Thank ya. I don't want to keep seeing this death. Death lights. Well, we've been enjoying these concepts for years, and I just can't. I have an addiction to pointing it out. I have an addiction. Is the grass gone or what? Yeah. There's only one war, and it's against Christians. I think we all know that by now. I'll just say it again if I have to reiterate. Well, I don't care. I'll reiterate. Let me just take a look at more of this stuff. But I'll tell you. I got news for you. Yo, Liam. Liam's a Yo. Who said they wanted to hear? Damn, I bet they've got some good songs. He's singing a good song up there. Well, give me the guitarist. I don't want to see this guy. He looks twisted. He's probably funny, though. Okay, nothing else. Oh, here, this looks like a good one. Ragging on a man because he's got love for the streets, love for the brothers. Imagine that. Look. Dark glasses. Puff Daddy's classic. P. Diddy. What's that? I heard one of them dinosaur alerts. Okay, let me just keep going before maybe we're going to get heavy. How long we been on for? 4 hours? What's happening here? Oh my goodness. What is with this unrest? Well, that's the entirety of the news. There's being some bombs. There's bombs being dropped. Okay, what's this? Let me see. What's this? Biaccio. Whoa, hold on a second. Killer Cross, thanks for the 10 bones, pal. Welcome to the action. It's been getting fast out there, hasn't it? How you've been holding up? How? How do you cope with the madness? Yo, thanks for coming by and enjoying this. We're just going on a little bit of a ramble, thinking about getting heavy with some wild, not too wild, nothing we haven't explored too much in the past. Let me see this first. What is all this? Need new eyes. Craig, thanks again. Barbatus, thanks again. G Money. Yo, hey. Hope you're still here. I hope I didn't wait too long. G Money, what's up from Cousin G? Yo, hey, thanks for coming by here. Thanks for the 30. We're getting, we're going to have to put on some Quake pretty soon. That's what we're going to have to do. Thanks for coming by and watching this and seeing how silly we still have love for the streets. Let me just put it that way. Yo, thanks again. Yo, what's next? Nobel, thanks for the 5 bones, pal. Whiskey for the 10. Glad to hear from you today, Chuck. Could you end the stream by leading us in a good prayer? Really good prayer. So good it's crazy. Much love. Hey, thanks for that, pal. That's always a good idea. That's always a good habit. Tell you that. Jackson Levine, thanks for the 25 bones, pal. Hey, Charles, about to go in working programming on a game in the programming language Rust using OpenGL. Okay, got a few things on the to-do list, and it's time to crack it out. Big effing time. Love and support from California. Thanks for that, pal. Thank ya. Thank ya. Whew, that sounds fun, man. Programming. How long is it? Why does it get better, though? Is it the programmers they hire at these game studios? Maybe it's hardware limitations now. Maybe it's that. It has to be something. Kairos Watch, thanks for the 10 bones, pal. Donald Evan Cameron was involved in the Montreal experiments, which involved child abuse experiments, as well as getting prisoners to drink salt water or ocean water without throwing up, demoralizing. That's really nice. Remember the radium? Well, I don't know if it was radium. The radioactive oatmeal they were serving kids. They were doing that in Canada, serving them radioactive oatmeal to see what happened. I thought that was always beautiful, and I thought that was always proof that the rulers and the government really cares for the patriots of the land. Really sheds tears, and the tears, the patriots, and the remember, and the never forget. Never forget, never again, while we give your kids radioactive oatmeal. I kind of like it. It's interesting. Please like the stream, everybody. That's Twisted. Yeah, you're better off not letting that stuff enter your mind. You're really better off not. Too dark. Whew, that's dark. Yo, 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 yo. Chungo site. Thanks for the 2,000 yen. What are those yens? Those yens? Hi, Charles. What are your thoughts on Smart School? Boy 9. And we gave him a righteous treatment a few weeks ago, perhaps. Probably a few years ago. I don't remember. He seemed like he had an interesting tone and a lifestyle that was provocative. At least. I'd say fabulous. At least also. 100 years of fabulous. Fab. Yo, thanks for that, pal. Mark Ermita. Thanks for the 20 bounce, pal. For future live shows. Can't wait to see you guys again. Yeah, we're gonna pound one out, I think. Been slacking on PGL and the stream. Tisk tisk. Is that from Spider-Man on me? Anyways, for drinking water, what's your go-to these days? Distillery? Distillery. I distill it. Well, once I clean the thing out. Too lazy. Probably blow up if I try to clean it. Get a distiller. That might be the best. You could remineralize it or not. I don't know. Maybe it's bad if you don't. I actually don't know. Who can know? Oh, we got to do a freaking multi-stream on here. Damn. Keep forgetting. Damn. Damn. Yo, Killer Cross, thanks again, pal. Yeah, I'm trying to plumb the depths and getting some wild stuff today. And I think we did, especially at the beginning. We were getting wild. Aaron G. Smith, thanks for the 20 gifted memberships. Really appreciate that. We haven't seen one of those in forever. Thanks for that, pal. Really appreciate that. Get some memberships going. You can see the VODs of these streams. They usually go behind Into the Gum Road on the membership on here. All right. Jeb Jebson, thanks for the 20 Canadian. This stream made my weekend better lately. I've been saying thank you instead of please when I pray to God. That's nice. That's so good. Oh, yeah, that would be the best, Horse. That would be the absolute best. Now that you say that, Nick could definitely do that. Can you send that to him, good Horse? The Beast Within. I bet Nick could put that together. It'd be funny as hell. He puts that stuff together. That's awesome, Jeb. Lately been saying thank you instead of please when pray to God. Since he has already provided everything I need. Thoughts? Thanks again, Chuck. I think it's the framing. The sorcery is in the wizardry, perhaps. The manifestation, whatever you want to call it. It's got to be in the energy, purity of your intention to be effective in the way that you like it to be, or you need it to be, or you know it is. It's a learning thing, learning how to pray, learning how to put forth that energy so it can bear fruit. I'm trying to learn on that. I'll read a little bit of this right here. Our thoughts determine our lives. There was some good stuff on that in there. Well, no, I didn't get to the good stuff yet, honestly. Not at all. I didn't get to the new stuff at all. But I will get into this in a second. Especially if you, Jeb. Thanks again. Smooth Skin. Thanks for the membership from Fallout. Pajabad. PBJ. 5 Bow. Thanks for the bow, pal. Oh, you're on the Royal Order. Batmobile? Damn, man. That's crazy. Those guys with the fezzes on. Matt Turner, thanks for the 20 Canadian. Hey, man, a huge thank you for helping me rediscover my spiritual self. I was in a need of serious attention. Me and you both, me and everyone here. Well, I won't speak for everyone, but it's safe. I don't know, it's a good habit. Bringing you all down to this pit. Serious attention. 20s, the least I can do. Hey, thanks. How does your e-kit hold up? Been waffling on getting a proper one. You've been waffling? Yeah, I'm thinking about getting a new one. I'm just not ready yet. I am not ready. Though, maybe I'll wake up dead. Maybe I'll die before I get one. No, I'm not saying that. Just being morbid for a second. I'll be waffling to get one. Proper waffling. I really appreciate those words, and thanks for helping me get there also. Everyone here, by the viewership and the questions and the energy and all of this stuff, the space here to put forth the energy to get to some places that most people aren't equipped to get to, or too sane to get to. I don't know. Tony Raoul's, thanks for the 10 bones, pal. Loya. Hey, thanks for that, pal. Ragnarok. I actually refuse to play the new God of War. This one, The first one, not even this one, whatever this is. I actually refuse to play it. I won't sit there and play a screen as a guy's just talking to a boy for freaking 15, 20 minutes. I actually won't do it. Tired of that. Eclipse, thanks for the 10 bones, pal. Tactical Shalom, Chuck. Have you looked into Alice in Wonderland and Peter Pan? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, more than you. Let me just say that. Probably not, though. More than you, 8, 9, 10 years ago. Probably not. The writers were both, you know what? You know what? Wasn't Lewis Carroll the patron saint of who you're talking about, of what you're trying to describe? Yeah, I know all about this, my man. Like you said, Disney is an indoctrination golem machine. Yeah, I hear you on that. A lot of these things have some elements that are a bit uncouth, I guess you could say. Welcome, everybody. 100 more likes, or we're not a one more word. Yeah, I just don't know. I just don't have that much to say about E-Bomb's World. Who wrote Peter Pan? E-Bomb's World? And Lewis Carroll, right? Freaking Jabberwocky Torple. He did the Alice in Wonderland deal. I don't know. I try not to know the history of his proclivities. I just know at one point discovered that he was a sort of patron saint of specific abuses of specific age groups. Thought that was an interesting philosophy for a man to hold and live by. It's a bit interesting. And yeah, that's really all I have to say about that. I mean, unless you want to get into the practical application. MK Ultra theory and practice. Do you want to get into over the rainbow stuff? You want to get into checkerboards? You want to get into looking glass, mirror, space-time codes and all that stuff? Whatever you want to call those? I don't want to, really. I mean, let Candace Owens do it. Let Candace Owens talk about the Alice in Wonderland and freaking Disney and Peter Pan programming for all the sex slaves and the couriers and all that. Let her go into that stuff. Let her spit that stuff out, Candace. She's doing everything. Well, hey, good for her. Let her get that stuff out. I'm not ordained for that. Hungry, though, weirdly enough. The steak freaking burns nice. They said it burns slow, but it burns nice. Please like the stream. So, yeah, I guess a lot of those authors write imagery in it that is very specific in triggering altered states with strong internal visualizations of discombobulating illusion, disassociating illusion. These things are tied together with abuse. Let Candace go into that more. I'll break the ice right now, okay? Let her run the story on that stuff. Send this to Candace. This is above my pay grade. Well, anyway, yeah, I love that stuff. I really love that stuff. Invidia delenda est. All right, 5 bones, pal. It was at the local Oktoberfest, and the Orthodox Church was selling the same prayer book you have. Oh, good. I got a few more. I bought it right away. I really, really like it. There's some stuff in there that bothers me. I have to just keep saying that. There's some weird theology within the Orthodoxy that I just find antithetical to the gospel. Let me put that way. I just have to say that. You like my positioning on this? But I'm not criticizing. I really am enjoying what I'm slowly learning about it, though. Really. It's good that you got that. It's really... That thing changed my life, man. A prayer book and a refocusing, an annihilation and a refocusing of my spiritual faculties with the help of a bunch of things, but a lot with that prayer book, for real. I really, really appreciate it. It keeps... Well, pickled mind helps a pickled mind keep things holy. Okay, please like the stream or deletion. Does that clip or does it go through? Ba, 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 ba. Haven't had much of a chance to look through it, but it looks incredible. It's really nice. We'll start saying the prayer of the will of God tonight. That sounds good. That sounds twisted as good. Okay, I'm caught up. Where am I? Clips, where space goes. Click this. Yo, Lev. Yo, what's up, player? How you living? Thanks for the sawbuck, man. Hey, Charles, I think you missed my last super chat. Hope you're doing well. Yo, let me look that up. It's definitely possible. Oh, yo. Wow. Hey, thanks for letting me know. Lev, thanks for the 20 bones, pal. Really appreciate that. Hey, Charles. Lev from Break the Rules. Check out my recent video. Elites use ancient magic, and you don't know it. All right. And after the intro, you could go in to the origin of Yahweh. Oh, that's crazy stuff, isn't it? Isn't that crazy? Hey, thanks for that, pal. Oh, no. I mean, yeah, I'll check it out. You know me. I love that. I have a real appreciation for invisible things because the faculties of discernment and understanding are required that you progress spiritually in this world. Perhaps in the next. Woo! Scary thought. Scary bananas. Want me to be honest with you? Scary bananas. Yeah, the origin. I'm afraid. I'm afraid to know the origin of Yahweh. Yeah, intergalactic or extraterrestrial politics is really such an insane thought. Those are insane. Like competing gods and God wars and heaven wars is such an insane line of thinking. Anyone else agree with me? Anyone else agree with me on that one? Hey, what's better, the full screen talk screen, or you want something in the back? What's better? Tell it to me. Give it to me. Just tell me if something's better than the other. What's better? Full screen? Biatches.com. I couldn't imagine the origins of. What are the people? What's the consensus? A storm god? What's the consensus on, and I don't mean to speak any blasphemies, because I'm not in the habit of blaspheming on anything but, I don't know, evil or suffering itself. Please like the stream. Stay in here. Tell your friends. Tell your friends. And I don't pretend to understand a pantheon such as is Elohim. I don't pretend to understand those things. I don't pretend to understand the politics of it, or the cohabitation, or the wars between deities or fallen angels. It's so crazy. It's so you could lose it. You could lose your mind thinking of that stuff. But it's interesting. But I am not. I don't know. I don't exactly know what other opinions are to be had on. Just I always wondered how a god can deal brutally with his children. I always find that I just always kind of wondered about that. It just never made sense to me that I don't know. Maybe I just don't have a sense of time that a God does or the Lord does. So again, I don't pretend to understand it. How do you make sense of it? I have to get something to taste. Crunchy. Thickest. I made a parfait. What's up, homies? I made a parfait. Do cream and chocolate milk and then cream again, and I make it into a sort of a parfait. Welcome, everybody. Let me taste it. No rags. Rough. Rough when you got no rags. Okay, let's continue. Where were we? Where the hell were we? I have to get a rag. Stay. Stay. I'll be back in like 20 minutes. Stay. Get a rag. I feel like I'm in a hotel. Have to have a rag or I refuse to continue. Okay. Excuse me. You know, considering that, Jeb, I don't know what else to say about Yahweh though. Like, what, Lev? Are you in here? Are you in here? What did you say? What about Yahweh? Like, what about him? What is he that I am that I am? Oh, hey, behold the hand, behold the nail. And the 72 names? It was a litany of it. I'll pull it out right now. The litany of it somewhere in here. Come on. I was pretty shocked. This classic right here, Charles Williams' Witchcraft, is crazy. Where are the names? Tell me I didn't mark this down. Wow. Pretty rough. Probably pull something out to show you nothing. Come on, Biatch, where is it? I just pulled this out to show everyone nothing. Sucks. Are you kidding me? I'm not allowed. And I'm not prepared to accept this. Ah. I got it. I actually did mark it. I don't want to read these. Where does this collection come from? The 72 sacred names of God. See, I'm afraid I don't know if this is some sort of a bad something that like I'm not reading this. The information which the pseudo-pope proceeded to convey to the cardinals, archbishops, etc. See, I don't know if I want to be reading this stuff. I just thought I'd pull it out. It's just strange. But nothing about Yahweh. What about? But what about? What about? What is there to be? Just don't know anything. Like, what is it? What does that mean? I am that I am, or behold the hand, behold the nail. Like, what is that supposed to mean? What is the guy crazy? It's a Popeye. Yo, hey, thanks everybody for the 1,000 likes. Really appreciate it. The best is the announcement of "Here I am." That's the funniest. Now look, I read something on here. This is about one of the legends. This was going back to what Jeb was asking a bit ago. This is Ambrose. What's that? Schema Archimandrite? How do you say that? Ambrose, he was living, blah, 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 ascetic. He was ascetic. He was holy. As a novice, he had been under the guidance of Elder Theodosius, the superior of the Optina Sceti. I like this. Father Ambrose had the gift of unceasing prayer and lived in constant remembrance of death. I think that was enough for me to say, whoa, okay, I've learned there's something that is good to think about for an entire day at least. Because that's like a master key right there. That's a master key, and it bears understanding. Maybe even Charles X. Giorgiani. Yeah. I hope it's not bad. But drink raw cream. The key to unceasing prayer is the Jesus prayer. Okay. I mean, I wouldn't refute that. But that doesn't do it justice. And it's incomprehensible to the layman. That is advice to a priest. You understand what I mean? Hey, I don't. What do I know? But a layman doesn't understand the basics of what unceasing means, or being in control of your willpower or your attention span. People don't know. Yeah, it's not the Lord's Prayer, Apellis. It's the Jesus Prayer, which is many variations of, I guess, Lord have mercy. Or that's the most abridged, is what you see a lot chanted in the liturgy. Liturgy. Lord have mercy is the Jesus Prayer, the unabridged one. And I always remember the unceasing prayer concept of how it was told to me that heaven was a place of unceasing prayer. All you do is pray. I'm like, wow, that's queer. You know, I was a kid. And it's not about recitation. The cream is so good, horse teeth, it's unbelievable. I'm using light cream. I didn't want to straight up die drinking that much heavy cream. That gift, that right there is an ascendant gift. Argon Noble, thanks for the 3 years. 3 months, pal. How can I pray unceasingly and focus my intention, willpower to make my life better? How? I don't know. Every stream is an exploration of that. Every stream is an exploration of that. The self-application, white magic, whatever you wish to call it. I don't know. Hey, thanks for the likes, everybody. Thanks for everyone coming out here. That's as far as I got. And that's just unceasing prayer. Again, I don't have anything new to add to it. But this, though, constant remembrance of death. That's one that I don't believe we've explored in too much detail lately. And what could I possibly know? I'm not a monk. But a remembrance of, it is a remembrance of, I guess I'll just summarize it in the only way that I would filter it. It's a remembrance of, to the effect of, man is meant to live and not to prepare to live. And I couldn't attribute that quote. It is, I would say it is that. Yo, Caesar, what's up? You getting there or what? That's how I would interpret a remembrance of death, is that. Remembering death in that way is forcing you to live. Now, again, this is something that's a full-time unceaseless. When it's an unceaseless meditation, that's a thing you have to be pretty practiced into applying with yourself. You put it that way. It's thick. It's as thick as king. Caesar, I don't know much about Old Manly. I just assume once a grandmaster, always a grandmaster. How could it be any other way? It's like once an FBI, like Gunderson, you know, all that. Like once an FBI director, always an FBI director. All of a sudden they're not. Nah, I quit that job. They let you quit? Yeah. 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 You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Get what I mean? There's got to just the quest for wisdom. I'll just be honest. I haven't gone down that rabbit hole too much, but I am familiar with some of his concepts. You know what I'm saying? I'm just very reluctant to study a magus. You know what I mean? I'm very reluctant to study a magus. I just am. I have a natural reluctance to it. And I'd rather, I don't know. Thick and it's cold. It's cold like I'm in a block of ice that you'd turn into in Tasmania for Genesis when you'd fall into the water. I gotta stop mixing it. There's been sounds coming out of my mouth. It makes me want to put a nail through my nose like Pete Rose. Is it Pete Rose or Jim Rose? Who has the circus? I forget. If I'm gonna study anything from any of those guys, it's going to be straight up in an abridged audiobook, something I can like half listen to while I'm shaving my legs or something. You know what I mean? I don't know what else to say. The religions of humans, it scares me. Something that is very well made or fashioned or anything, I don't know the word, by a man scares me. It inherently frightens, or it wards me. Where? Where? That's what I hear in my voice. Where? I'm like, whoa, beware. Anytime there's a man at the head of it, I beware. That's why it makes me nervous to read anything by a grand master. Does that make any sense? These people are sorcerers. You think they retire from it? I got tired of that stuff. I didn't want to do it anymore. I hated it. And now I can just say whatever I want about it. And no one bothers me. Really? Why? That's how it is. Mm. It's just making me crazy tasting the cream in it. Mm. Look at how it coats it. It's like a fur coat. You see the coat? My goodness. That's how you do it. And when I get a delivery in next time, it's going to be raw. Why not have it raw? Anyway, don't know where I was going with that stuff. Going down a hole. I just would like a summation of it. Gnostic informant. Do okay. All right. Oh, is that the crew you had on there talking? Oh my God, really? That's crazy. All right. Yeah, those are good questions. The origin of Yahweh. It's like it's crazy, man. Like how the it was an angel that was the pillar of fire and the pillar of smoke. Just don't understand that technology. How does that even work? Okay, let me see. A couple other concepts I was thinking of that we've explored a little bit in the past, I'd say. Purity. The purity required. These are things that lead, perhaps, to the ability to execute something ceaselessly. That's what we're talking about right now. The ceaseless application of something. The ceaseless execution of willpower. And I don't mean telepathy trying to bend a spoon. No, not that. I'm trying to define these things for myself so they can be learned. The level of purity and the level of awe required in order that divinity be received properly. Okay? How's that? Do you ever think about that? I would say. And it all goes together. It all comes back around when you learn enough. Then it turns into one thing. Hmm. Some orthodoxy right here. The awe and difficulty which truly attends entering the presence of God is well expressed by a part of a prayer, which the priest quietly offers for himself in the Orthodox Divine Liturgy. No one who is bound with the desires and pleasures of the flesh is worthy to approach or draw near or to serve you, O King of Glory. For to minister to you is great and awesome, even to the heavenly powers. See, something like that really has a density behind it, in my opinion. In a lot of ways, in order to settle into something comfortably, one has to go big at first. I'll put that forth. Until perhaps big thoughts, they become waking thoughts. I don't know. I'm trying to define these too. So I'm just letting you know. What the hell is required of purity? What is required to enter a tabernacle like that? Just something to think about when you something that could push out the small things in your mind, be a sort of a demon sweeper. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm looking for right now. That's what I'm looking to define. Allow me to define some things. I got to do another stream with Jay. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'll tell you also. Oh, okay. I don't really have anything wild to say about purity or about being in the presence of. I don't know. I don't know how I just. What do you call that? Something that descends from heaven and makes its home on earth in a very designated way. It's just real. It's a weird thought. It's a weird thing that I. How am I supposed to make sense of it? I'm not trying to, but I am. What if everything in the culture is sacred prostitution? What then? Everything, everything. Everything you see on TV, everything you hear, everything is all sacred prostitution. Designated. See, that makes sense to me if you look at things through spiritual warfare. That would make sense to me. It gets you closer to what purity is and what impurity is. In the eyes of divinity, which could be through the lens of worship. I'm not trying to sound like this. I feel like Bill Nye. Things that care or are affected by worship or no worship. Al Roker, the Holy Ghost. He should make a superhero of what he becomes as the Holy Ghost. Superhero movie about Al Roker. Crazy. Well, I'm saying. It's called Ghost Night. What does it mean when all of the expenditure of life force in this culture is donated to some flying spaghetti monster or demon or something else? Something Full Metal Alchemist-esque. Is that what it was meant? That the Canaanites, gods, shall become a snare unto you, right? Is that what it means? Is that what a snare is? Is it that big? Is that spiritual snare that was alluded to in on whatever? Anyone know? Hopefully this has it. Where's the snare one at? Maybe in Exodus? I don't know. You're telling me the snares are thus? The snares are thus? As in all of the sexual expression in the culture? Is the whole way it's promoted and executed one of those snares alluded to in maybe Exodus? I don't remember. How's that? How's that for you? How's that? Put that in your... Yeah. Oh, nice. We got some action in here. I'll get to that. Excuse me, I'm just clearing my throat. Must be allergies. Put that forth. Any more snares that are that big that anyone can point out? Anytime your sex energy is co-opted or redirected or used in ways other than spiritual ways? Is it like a collective witchcraft? I don't know. I'm just out there right now. Allow me a second just to go out there for a second. That's all. That's all I want to say about that. This would be a good question for Puff Daddy, I think. Hey, anyone check in on Katy Perry lately? Where are ya? Oh, let me make sure I'm in the right. My neck. Oh, she's already ready for us, but I bet this is better. Excuse me. So we're stopping in, we're checking in on Katy Perry here. New album. From what I heard, a bad pop album. But that's okay. I wouldn't exactly say she was ever good, but she was made into a superstar, I think. She one of these Mormon ones, one of these. She one of them. Like, what is she? She always seemed to me like perhaps the most devout of her religion. Remember when she was going out of her way to buy that nunnery? Remember that controversy there where the nuns or whatever didn't want to sell it, and then one of them died in court, had a heart attack in court, allegedly. I have no idea. Remember that? She just had to live in a nunnery or whatever. It was a nunnery, right? She has always been the most devout over the years. And I think if we looked at her lyrics, we'd really see it. That's okay. Hey, she's entitled. What an insane life. Master, I don't feel so good. Is that what she said? Master, oh, I don't feel so well. Let's see it, biatch. Can we have it without any copyright?
There is a viral.
What is that? Now it's done. It's got to be this one. Let's see it. Oh, yo, 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 yo. Let's see her. Let's see her. Dude, the channel is gonna get deleted. Dude, I'm ruined. Why did I even do this? Imagine I just did this. There's Master. I don't feel so well. You ready for it? Who knows what she said? I think it's kind of interesting, and I think it's beautiful. I think it's actually beautiful to be doing things like that. She's always seemed like a devout Satanist, and a devout one of these. Can you see her? Can you see these things? This is what we get. Oh my God, it's a glitch? What a nightmare. She seemed like the most unhappy out of all of them. Isn't that sweet? Look at this. Hey, I can do that. Look. Master, I don't feel so well. See, it happens to me too. What's this? Imagine her life. Wow, look. Look at this. Look at this move that she's doing. Well, I think it's interesting. Let's go backwards. Oh, let's load more comments. Let's go backwards. Keith McNally. Hey, can we see some more? What's this? Where am I in hell? Oh, yo, we're not that way. Well, I really don't want to make everyone sick by putting on our lyrics. I think I might be sickened. Something I don't know. It's been a while since we've raved against, not against, but right on the side of Katy Perry. It's been a long time. This is insane. Imagine this world. Look at this world. Look at this. What are they, reshooting Taxi Driver? Are they reshooting Drive? What is this? Look at this. Oh. Over the years, my goodness, they've been around for your whole life. Look at this. 20 years they've been around for. God. Longer than me. That's crazy. It's enough to make you barf, isn't it? Well, That's another one I'm sure sings about being married to the devil. Hey, it's just par for the course. What can you do? Why even bother criticizing him? It's not even a criticizement. I think it's more of a mirth. I can't do any more of that. I'll go insane. These were the days, though. These kind of were the days 20 years ago. I actually kind of did it up. Whoa! I'm going to have Puff Daddy on as a guest. Maybe next week. And he's going to let me know if he's selling any tapes. Maybe you can get some before 50. Remember 50? Of course you do. He's the best. Metamorphosis. Comedian style. Which is nice. It's really nice. See if he's got any good videos. Maybe he's got videos Biggie. He's got Biggie bumping and grinding. Yeah, the Obama tape. He's got pictures of Obama, and then it's Trump and Melania and him. There's one for them too. Get yours, get yours, get yours. You believe that? How crazy that is? And that's so silly. That stuff is the silliest. I had no idea things were going to get this silly. Hey, it's Puff. Hey, that's Puff for you. Y'all knew. Y'all knew. Woo! Woo! It's no secret to us. We all knew it was the Hugh Hefner thing. Anyone? Hey, it's no secret to us. But at least people are finally getting a taste of it. Good. How you like it? How you like how the world works? Welcome to the party, pal. Next thing you know, there's neighbors. There's 20,000 new guests moved into your town. While you're worrying about that. Yeah, you turn into a goat, or was that a zebra that did that? Well, let's see where else we can go. I know what to do. Let's go to Go. Cat burns. Nothing good. Let's ask Leo. Don't even remember how to get to him. Would I press the puzzle pieces? What's this thing? Oh, we can have him summarize a page? How the hell... Do you think he'll be able to summarize it? What happens if you have him summarize some lyrics of... I mean, damn, what's her songs? What could possibly be the best? Give me some... I don't want a video. Hold on, I want to see what Grok is going to do with this. Oh. Hold on. God, this is just wasted. This is a wasted exercise that I'm doing right now. What could I possibly be doing? I'll just do this. Bonus track. Leo! There's a network issue. Oh, here it is. Dude, it's nothing. I thought it was going to give us a sort of a mystical interpretation of these lyrics. Boy, was I wrong. Anyway, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I think it's going to make everyone sick. Probably end up buying a nunnery. You have to live in a nunnery? Why? I have to. I just gotta. Isn't that interesting? Hey, Katie, why do you have to live in that nunnery? Yeah. She turns into a zebra. Does that pick up or is that close off? Does it really bother me if it didn't pick up? Did it work? Zapped? Closed off? Makes me mad. I'm gonna have to puke. Horse, she should be in a nunnery. I'm afraid. Want me to turn this off? Why wouldn't I? I should be able to scream like that. Hey. Yeah. Remember that one? Yeah. What's up, Macro? Yeah, we're just getting into some crazy stuff today. Explored a few things. Tried to do some void skipping here, but didn't really get that far. Only just some little bit of madness, I guess. A little bit of nowhere. It's okay. Sometimes you bring something out and you show people nothing. We're going to have to find the origins of Yahweh. I can't believe that stuff, man. Just don't have any more room in my head. Script here too? Yo. Script. Argon. Oh, what? What? Jeb, thanks for the 20 bones, pal. God is a being of timeless, all-knowing everything. What would he value more than finality? People wonder why God would allow such evil to exist, but neglect the infinite privilege of choice itself. God bless you all. Hey, thanks so much for that, Jeb. I just don't even know anymore. That'd be nice to know. Full moons are maybe the best times to think about that, but there's many times the Lord said there's a hatred of the full moons and a hatred of the astrological stuff. Metallurgy. Oh, yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. I just don't know enough about that, Barbatus. The roots and the Canaanites and all that. Metallurgy. See, that stuff sounds familiar. I don't understand divine politics. I just don't get it. Anyone here? Anyone here know anything about divine politics? What does it mean? Well, anyway. Tony Raoul's. Thanks for the 10 bones, pal. Have I looked into Dave Weiss? FE content? Is that Flat Earth? I don't know. I'm sure that I'm familiar with some of it. How can I not be? How can I not be familiar with some of those great conspiracies like jets don't run on fuel? The jets don't run on jet fuel. That's like a glorious one. You talking stuff like that or what? Biaccio. There's some other technology inside of them that uses electro treasure, honestly. Some queer nerd stuff. Who knows? Isn't that awesome, though? Isn't that funny? How there's no room. All the gallons of jet fuel required. I don't know the numbers. I don't care to. I don't know the volume. I don't care to. The jet fuel doesn't... Enough to fly doesn't even fit on board. With all the passengers and all the luggage and everything. Doesn't even fit. It's a joke. And you have to pass, as a pilot, you have to pass tests proving that you understand their system of why you never have to correct your curve or anything like that. You know, you got to prove it and then they'll let you fly. I like that conspiracy. That's a good one. I don't know if too many people talk about it. Some people do. Yeah. Thank you, John Doe. What? My head might fall off. Thanks for the 16 bones. Any info on when a stand-up special might drop? Might be soon. I think you guys should shoot it in Portland, Maine. Felt like a good vibe. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, we didn't shoot anything there, unfortunately. But that was a good one, though. That was a crazy night. Woo, that was a crazy day. The days are so crazy now. Yeah. Am I getting grass? Ha! Damien Labonte. Thanks for the sawbuck, pal. Damien Labonte. Thanks for the 20 bones, pal. Do not be afraid. I hear you, man. Fear, an unnatural feeling that comes from only demonic possession. Scary, isn't it? Yeah. Wish I had some more chalk. Nihir. Gaki. Thanks for the 22 quid. I went to Italy for 2 weeks and felt the light of God. Great place for a family trip, Charles. You'd love it. That sounds nice. I heard Florence was the key. Yeah, that'd be nice. Could do with a little vacation. Hi. Just trying to exercise, get silly. Yeah, Italy would be nice. Hi. Whatever the Italians are. Whatever they were. Does this seem fake to you? It might be the best gag in the movie, Barbados. Isn't that funny? Should we watch any of the other Anderson ones? Too many Italians? One? That sounds troublesome. Let's see! Harry, Handrake, Handrade. Thanks for the 15 months, pal. Exodus chapter 22, verse 18. You shall not permit a sorcerer to live. You shall not permit a sorceress to live. Now you know why. It was forbidden. Now you know why idolatry was forbidden. Now you know why. Sorcerers. They were taken down, because if not, the snare destroys your entire civilization in 1 generation. Maybe 2, I don't know. Maybe 1, who knows. Sad, isn't it, Harry? It's unbelievable. Many such cases. Many such cases. The religion of the women, they say, is one of those snares, right? The Canaanites got the Jewish men freaking beating them off really fast, shit like that. Had him convert, do some mild idolatries that ended up amplifying proclivity. The snare. Remember the Canaanite women, how they used to blow the guys' minds back in the day? That's why they weren't just cut down, hacked to pieces with swords. They were freaking like this, blowing the guys off. They were screaming. They were lucky. Otherwise, they would have been cut down into nothing hadn't they been so skilled with their mouths and such. Well, you guys get it. I don't mean to make light of sacred prostitution. Boogies. Tonight is getting silly. Tell me that didn't cut off. Well, anyway, just trying to get silly before exactly the stuff origin. Oh, wow. That's exactly the stuff it gets into? Damn. It's the best. It's just, that stuff's shocking, man. It's shocking. Well, sacred prostitution, it goes way back, and it must be the binder. The sacred prostitution, or the weaponized sexuality, is one of the snares. It is one of the snares. One of the binders that ties everyone together and makes them sink. And then with enough work, you make them forget that sexuality was even one of their spiritual capabilities. Amnesia. Sad, isn't it? Yeah. Isn't it sad? I'll put that forth. I don't care. Oh. Remember him? Hi. Jack Jerker, thanks for the membership. Reality Check, thanks for the 20 bones. Thanks for coming to Connecticut the other night. My wife and I loved you guys. It was so much fun. I'll tell you, last night's show was the most fun show I've ever had, and it was the best ever done, and the crowd was the best. It's really that. Well, I could always get better. I mean, me. Yeah. Could always get quite a bit better. Yeah. Remember that one? So let me say, Chase, thanks for the 10 bones, pal. Do you think if you made a pact with a demon or tried to, would you be screwed for the rest of your life, or can you undo any bad luck with prayer and good deeds? And thanks to the other 5, Chase. I really appreciate that, doing the Streamlabs link. It's what all real men use. Or real men and real women. Just saying. There's a link at the bottom. I'll be honest with you. I'm inclined to believe that anything can be purified. Anything can be purified. Especially with fire. And what I mean by that is, let's say, hell. I think anything can be pure. Any sin can be purified and redeemed. And you could say it's already been redeemed and this and that. What do I know about any of that stuff? I'm just a doctor. But I wouldn't swear to it, though, that there is no sin that cannot be purified or that can be let out of hell after condemned. I don't know if I'd swear to that. And I don't know what it means. That sounds familiar. RM. I just don't remember where. When I listen to a bunch of the books in a row, I just can't. I got to do it 5 times before I can tell what books. The only unforgivable sin is blasphemy of the Holy Spirit. I do remember that. That shall not be forgiven. Blasphemy of the Holy Spirit, the Holy Ghost. I do remember that. And I was like, what? That Jesus said that, didn't he? Or is that something from one of the others? Anyway, are there things that cannot be redeemed? Are there the irredeemable? I used to believe that. I used to believe that that redemption maybe didn't even exist. But I am of the idea that it does. In that, please like the stream. In that, I know that the hardening of one's heart is poison. A hardening would imply that one resists something that either they know is true or they know could be true, or that they are refusing because it might be or is. How's that sound? It's hard to define the hardening of a heart unless you go wild with it. Yeah. You never know if you're a victim to a heart that's hardened, because being in that state itself would obfuscate the intention of doing it. It hides. I don't know. I just want to say that. Wonder what the Pharaoh was dealing with. Pharaoh? What does that even mean? Yeah. What does that even mean? Okay. Thanks again, Chase. Thanks again, Chassis. Thanks for that, Chas. Yeah, it's a question that it's hard to, I don't know. Does Satan ever let out of hell? redemption, to return to the pantheon? You ever ask yourself that? You ever ask yourself that? I don't know. I don't have an answer. He already has? Makes... Yeah. I think these, maybe it's beyond. I think these are divine politics that's beyond the normal. Beyond the normal comprehension, I believe. Hi! It's a good night tonight. What does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean that snare is upon us? What does it mean that a snare is upon us? What does it mean that idolatry can apply to almost all materialism? What does that mean? What does that mean? You know? Snares, I think, are part of, they're the pillars of Nimrod's system. If you don't have these snares, then society still evolves properly, or apotheosizes, or at least sees a ladder ahead of them and the rungs. And the cult, this whatever we have now cannot even be called a civilization or a culture. It's not cognizant at all of anything spiritual at all. Even the mud hut people. Listen, we can all spit and laugh at the mud hut people, rice paddy people, whatever primitive, the bone nose people, the rain dance people, whatever you want to spit at them for not having whatever you consider advancements that we have. At the very least, they had spirituality, systemic spirituality, societal spirituality, which in some ways makes them more advanced than us. Perhaps in all the ways that count. How do you like that? Biatch. Welcome to my slaughterhouse. What do you think about that one, biatch? Isn't that interesting? Excuse me, Tourette's is back. Isn't that interesting? What does it mean? You see, all this is happening. Did you guys get it? All this is happening because the Canaanites weren't eradicated. That's why all this is like it is. Isn't that crazy to think of that? What do you think about that concept? We need Puff Daddy to weigh on that. Or at least a pair of Jordans. Or at least God. Slaughterhouse 6. That's silly as heck. Ah. Yeah. Hey, anyone see Michael Jordan's eyes? How they were yellow as all hell? Don't tell me. Hold on a second here. Sick as tight. Anyone know what happened to this guy? Here's the most recent one, right? Ah, he looks tight. Can you guys see it? Tight as a tight mare. This is like a tit mare. Look at this. He's so tight. Oh, man. We got a big one? Yo, yellow eyes? It's not like a secret anymore? Is he a drinker? Oh! Yo. He's making a face, too. How'd he end up looking like this? This guy's eyes are a titmare, I'll tell you. Michael Jordan's old teammate recalls straight vodka drinking rule. He's in the bushes. Well, to be fair, if you were brother, let's see some more. What happened to it? Dude, the thing busted. Did you see that? Automatically diagnosed. You're not sending nothing. What are you going to send? What the hell? I couldn't even close a freaking... Should have known better than to expect anything to work. Oh! Let's see. Michael Jordan's yellow eyes. Look, let's get this back. Never thought we'd be looking... I'd never thought we'd be using this search topic on a live stream. I honestly never thought. Oh, I shouldn't have clicked that. So lame. Yo, his blood, is he baked? Yo, is he baked? Is his liver okay? What happened, Michael? Now, is Michael hard to handle? Does he have a history of... I don't know. Oh, now this is perhaps the greatest picture in the history of perhaps even mankind. Can I see it or not? Look where it led me. Look at him here. This is what a man should look like. Now, he's a bit like a doc. How do you get the Dr. Seuss face work going? How did he end up doing that? I like this one. Look at this. Damn, that's good as hell. Oh, man, that's tight. Tight as a tit monster. Hold on. Maybe I need to make this smaller. Do I need to make this small? Oh, just a tit. Just a tit smaller. I mean, how could you ever beat this? I wouldn't dare try. Excuse me, I don't mean to have Tourette's. Michael Jordan seems messed. I don't want to know anything more about him. All I know is that he's for real. He probably put 5 on it. Probably put more than 5 on it. Hi, my name's 5. Well, we had a nice night. Oh my God! What's this, Aaron? Aaron, thanks for the 15 bones, pal. You ever see South Park? Michael Jordan's eyes are yellow because he's addicted to what's that? I don't want to say it if it's nastis. Is it nastitus? Whatever that euphemism is. I don't want to say any weird. I like that. Have you ever seen South Park? I don't remember seeing a Michael Jordan episode. Michael Jordan. Give it up for Michael Jordan. What did he do? What happened to his dad? Probably nothing. Well, we do it day by day. Ooh! That was nice. Was that? Had a lot of fun. Ooh! Had a lot of fun today, everybody. Thanks for coming by. I'm starting to lose my grip on sanity. Not for real. Just kidding. Yeah, I got into a few of these things, but I really like, I don't know, I like some of this stuff. I've been enjoying the Orthodox stuff lately. I'm a slow learner. I really enjoy a lot of it. Doctor? Dr. Gas, thanks for the 20 bones, pal. Aye, thanks for the gas anyways. Thanks for that, pal. I'm just gearing up to swing out. Gearing up to swing out, everybody. I'm gonna hit the old dusty trail. Got into a bunch of laughs today. Some happy stuff. Thanks for coming by. Really appreciate the love and support. Got to do some restreaming on here. Still looking to fix the stage thing, the viewer issue. We've been doing... Oh, don't forget the Palace tomorrow. Palace tomorrow, right here, 7 o'clock. We've been pretty consistent with the movie streams on the Gum Road. link under me. Join the Gumroad to see the VODs of the stream and for some stuff that's coming your way and for a movie night. Try it out. Listen, the movie night's hits. Good. Please, everyone, join in. We're fixing the viewer count, Max. Please, join in. Palace tomorrow. Pray for your boy. Pray for your boy. Yep. So, that's that. Thanks for coming. Pretty good. Thanks for liking the stream so much. Really appreciate it. We got to some pretty good stuff today. Got pretty crazy. Thanks for helping me get to some pretty crazy stuff. Keep it real. Join for the movie night. You'll see some stuff that's unreleased and some more stuff it'll happen posthumously. Once I die, it'll be released. Everyone, thanks for coming. I'm just kidding. Joking. Choice Fett. You remember when Palpatine made clones of Choice Fett? So good, man. Imagine Haiti, it's all Choice Fets. Sad and sick and scary, isn't it? Everyone, keep it real. Keep the prayers high. Ceaseless prayer and constant remembrance of death. Not morbid, but a remembrance to live because it does end. Can't be morbid about things. I'm learning. Oh, everyone, thanks for coming. Keep it real. Lord have mercy.